Hello and welcome to Solo Playhouse. Today I am continuing my playthrough of 7th Citadel. I've decided to play, there are two threats, so two like big scenarios in the base game. One is Dadachaems Awakening, and there's another one as well. But I'm doing Dadachaems Awakening. If you haven't seen my video, I have two of doing a new beginning, which is like the introductory scenario. They are in this playlist. If you're watching this live, then there is a playlist. But I, for some reason, somehow skipped a couple of pages in the scenario booklet. I don't know how I did it. I just turned them over basically. So I'm just going to quickly, I have done them basically, but I'm just going to quickly go through those couple of pages and show you, because it gives you some things that are going to presumably help with this next scenario and give you some new cards and stuff. So I will just quickly show this. So in the booklet, I basically turn from this page to the back page, and there are two more pages in between. So the conclusion is basically we emerge from the Citadel and we are regaining our strength. We did have an injury. That card has gone away. And that sort of explains it here. So we return our temporary and weakness cards. We discard all our cards we have. We unblock our action cards and any items we had, and then shuffle the cards from the discard pile back into the action deck. So basically then we're getting organized. So we have the birth of our community. There are 100 prisoners managed to escape from the Citadel. And then we have this section which we go through things that we had. So we did have an objective number 2. So can't remember exactly what that was, but we got something for that. We didn't have Walder. We did have Tarja. We carried her all the freaking way. So she actually gave us some benefits on our community card. So I think she gave us a knowledge or an influence, something like that. I think it was influence actually, because it said she was actually quite a well-respected person within the community. We didn't get to the prisoner because the roof fell in before we could do that, but we did get Ratko. And Ratko is like someone people don't like, so they were kind of questioning why we saved him. But he has become our sort of heavy. So we now have this card, which we were given. And so we will have Ratko with us if we want him. There's no reason not to take him. So every action, for every 2 cards you choose to discard from your hand, you can gain a strength symbol. So that could come in very useful, although we don't have many cards with strength on them, but anyway. And also in digging and strength and I can't remember what that action is called. Convince, negotiate actions, so we can use him as a heavy. We can draw 2 less cards, and with 2 of these flag symbols we can get a success 3 times. So he's not super helpful in terms of what symbols we have on our cards, but anyway. We still have our metal wire, and we still have our strange mark, so we need to look out for this even more, because that will help with things to do with Arthur themselves. So now we pass 1 season. We're sowing, we're building, so we're building our sort of community. So we get to check 2 boxes of production tracker on the community page. So here we go. I've called the community the Playhouses, just me playing. So we have 2 production, we have 1 knowledge and 1 influence at the moment. I don't know what they will do. We get to check 2 boxes on the building page. So the building page is here. So I decided to check the watchtower, which gives us 1 strength, defense, and I did the worship as well, because during the preparation phase you get 2 49 Glimmer of Hope cards, and for every 5 you have, you can get a 99 card, which is Hope Reborn, which helps us survive. And I have 3 Glimmer of Hope, so I thought it would be good to get 2, and then getting 2 every time we sort of go back to the Citadel might be a good idea. So there's that. Then we had a number 1 objective card, and that gave us something else. So the Seasons Pass, yes. Check 2 boxes on the building page. Take 2 99 cards. So just a bit of chat about what's going on. So at the end of this, which I don't think I read this correctly. You may now take actions again. You must immediately take the think action on each of your Hope Reborn cards. So that's what I did. So with Hope Reborn, we can check symbols on our Destiny page. So I had 3 Hope Reborn. So now they are blocked when they're used. So they go under our character card. And on the Destiny page, you start from the center if you haven't marked anything, and then you move out from the center. So you can go anywhere you want, as long as you've marked it's next to something you've marked. So I got an advanced skill. That's the first thing you have to take. So there are lots of advanced skill cards. I took you take 4 and then choose 2 in a solo game and keep them and shuffle them into your deck. So you're adding more cards into your deck with better things on them. And then I decided to go this way because I kind of felt I wanted more cards in my deck. And these cards are reflex cards. And these are all the same. The reflex cards, let me find one, are like this. So they don't have anything on them in terms of things that they do, but they are good because they've got 1 and 2 half stars. And also, which I thought might be quite useful, immediately after this is revealed, you may discard cards from your hand in order to take into account the class actions in their result areas. And I actually found in the beginning scenario that I noticed that I had cards in my hand that would have been useful as class icons. So I thought that would be quite good. So I got 2 of those. So I now have 4 extra cards in my deck. So I'll just give that another shuffle. So I'm hoping those cards will come in useful. Obviously, they're not useful to have in hand, but quite useful to take things out of the hand and get them there. So that's what I did. And I also, I marked those 3 off. So we have finished this introductory scenario. So now we are on to Dadachaems Awakening. And I have read through this first bit, but I haven't done any of it. So I will read this for us now. No smoke without fire. The memories of your captivity have been fading ever since you took over leadership of the Citadel. about a cycle ago. You and Thirda are taking inventory of the food supplies when you hear the cry of a lookout leaving your companion to get on with the job. You race towards the boy who shouted. Sorry, just one sec. Yeah. When he sees you, the boy points east, where a plume of dark smoke rises into the sky. Is it a sign of human activity or a brush fire set by lightning? There have been major thunderstorms in the neighbouring territories recently. You need to know for sure. This can serve as your reason to leave the camp and discover the condition of the world since the reversal. Puck, can you bring me a ground shiver? Your camp assistant emerges from a shed with the device, one of the very first necro-druidic creations, capable of detecting the presence of burrowers. Without it, it would be too risky to venture into the collapsing lands, and you are one of the few who knows how it works. You pack your scant equipment and give a few instructions before setting off, eager to find out what this fire is all about. So a reminder, certain adventure cards are linked to this particular scenario. When a number box is associated with this scenario's pictograph, you must take it without looking at the other available adventure cards. And the goal... So the goal of this scenario: identify the cause of the fire. Head east to identify the source of the smoke seen from the citadel. And we are in the preparation stage. So for this scenario, your ground shiver is level 3. Check the corresponding box on the community page of the Citadel leaflet. So we will mark 3 on the ground shiver level. Don't really know what this means at the moment, but we will find out. Set all life point counters back to 0, then each character receives the following amount of life points. So we get 45 life points again. So there we have 45. And then each player shuffles their action deck and draws 2 cards from it to form their starting hand. So we get 1, 2. So this is a perfect example of having why is everything skew if? Yeah, of having symbols in our hand that we could potentially use. So, you know, that card might be good. So there are 2 cards in our hand. Return all Hope Reborn cards that are blocked. So they're the ones we use to get cards. So we have 4 that we used. Well, 1 was blocked already. We had used it. So they go to 99. Remember to look up your side quests, the cards in the world map, and the effect of your built buildings. Right, okay. Remember to look up your side quests. We don't have any. The cards in the world map. Now, at the moment, we just have this card in our world map, which is where we are. We are at the Citadel. And I think we're going east. So there looks like a path there and a strange slab that they did talk about, and the Great Sea. So we will see what all that means. And the effects of your buildings. So we do have 2 effects. So Watchtower is completed. During the preparation phase, which we are in, we add 1 to our defense. And then with our place of worship, During the preparation phase, if you're at the Citadel, which we are, take 2 49 cards Glimmer of Hope. So we will take 2. So now we have 5 Glimmer of Hopes. So we can either use these to unblock cards, action cards, or at any time we may return 5 to get a 99 card, which is one of those Hope Reborn cards, which gives us potentially life points, or if we keep until the end, extra things. So we now have 5. So we can get one of those cards right now. Okay, so they're the only 2 buildings we have built. And then we put a 75 card into play. Each player places their figure on it. So, a 75 card. There is only 1. And here it is. So this says, the Citadel stands majestically before you. Across the distance that still separates you from the camp, noises and the clamour of voices reach your ears. Clearly there is some great activity over there. So we'll put Arthur on there. So we have nothing on the card apart from looking at the Citadel, which we might not need to do. And then we have 2 cards from the 1 section. So I haven't used these cards before, so I'm going to shuffle them up. And I will put 2 out. Okay. And then it says, stop reading for now and place the bookmark here. You may save the game as long as the bookmark is here. When you run low on life points or you think you have achieved your goal, go back to the Citadel where you may read the epilogue after removing the bookmark. Okay. So I'm going to put that over there. So these cards are a little bit different. There is a Pathfind action, which is 4 actions, or if your Ground Shiver is level 3 or higher, we just flip it. It's a free action. So this is going to mean that some paths are going to get very expensive in terms of actions to move down. So we might not want to do that. Okay, so that's what Ground Shiver means. I think because it's free, I will just look at the Citadel card, which is 77. I don't think... Yeah, we're not going to take that action. Okay, so I want to go east because it said east. Head east to identify the source of the smoke seen from the Citadel. So let us go east. So I'm going to move this over as well. So this is free, so we just get to flip this. and it is a temporary event. A cracking sound resonates as the ground fractures between your feet. As the rift spreads before you, you try to stay calm. During the following action, the active player is whoever revealed this. So we're doing a think action. I think it's think. I can never find them when I want to see them. Think, yes. And we need to get 3 stars, 3 successes, and we can draw 0 up. So our cards in hand, we could get a success with determination. So I think at the start we should probably draw 3 cards, and then we can always get another one. So if we get 2, so we'll draw 3. We're not going to use any items. So let's reveal these 3 cards. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So we can use all these cards. So we will use determination. So determination gives us an extra result. So we have got 3. And it says you hold your nerve and walk away at once. So there we go. We've done that. We don't get anything for it. But we would have had a negative consequence. So now we show card 94. This says, a plank track winds through this desolate territory. Further north, a strange stone slab, looms above the dusty ground. Okay, so we're adding some more cards on every side now. So I think move this down. And we'll put one here, one here, and one here. Oh, now that is that fruit there, the flaglantia that we have as a quest item. But at the moment, if you want to take the following action, you must be on the same terrain card as this plant and block 1 card with the keyword companion. We do have a companion now. We have a Ratco. But then the result is you pick as much fruit as you can carry to replant at the Citadel. So we would get a +1 or +3 if you discard a cooking pot. So we could actually do this action now and get a +1 to our production. It's at 2 at the moment. No idea if that will be. Obviously, it's going to have influence on something, feeding people. So we could do that if we move into this thing, because that is definitely a little one of those plants there. Yeah, so we could do that. But let's move into that area first. So Arthur has her moving action, so we don't need success, we just need to discard a card, and we can also take a card. So we will take intuition into our hand, and we've successfully done that, so we move. Now we can look at this slab, and we can look at this path, and they're both free as well. So let's... the steps symbol doesn't apply to us because it just means that all characters have to do it. I mean, we've got to look at that slab while we're going past, haven't we? So this is 57. So we are looking at this slab. This slab will probably give you access to an underground area. Unfortunately, you have no idea how to open it. So this is a one-time action. Perhaps it can only be operated from below, or you have to wait to find out what secrets it holds. If your knowledge score is 7 or higher, read 18. Then if you would rather resume the journey, return this. Otherwise, during the draw step of the following action, -10 for each card in the world map where a strange slab can be seen, and the involved characters may pay the cost collectively by drawing from their respective action decks. Okay, so I have in my map the one card, and the one card has a strange slab. So that is -10 from this action, but the action is 90. Or 30 if your ground shiver level is 9 or higher, okay? And it's not. It's a collective action. We don't have to have any successes, we're just discarding action cards. But we cannot do that, even if we want to. Well, we could kill ourselves to do it, but I don't think that's a good idea. We can just wait, because this card will come back, I'm presuming, and we will find more slabs, which means we can find them on the map and lower this. Yeah, so we're not doing this action. Oh, we have to do this action. Otherwise, during the draw step of the following action, -10 for each card with the mark where a strange slab can be seen, and the involved characters may pay the cost collectively by drawing from their respective action decks. There is no fail for this. So, this seems crazy, because if we're forced to do this action, Ah, okay. So I just didn't read that because I thought it applied only to this. If your score is 7 or higher, read 18. Then, if you would rather resume your journey, return this. So I will definitely return this. Oh, I thought I was going to have to do that. Okay. So we've looked at that. So let's look at this path as well. So 61. A plank road on stilts, wide enough for a cart, is bordered at regular intervals by stakes hung with little metal bells. So the so-called Singing Lane was built during the War of the Worms to warn travellers of approaching borrowers. Since they had no way of detecting them, the slightest underground tremor causes the stakes deeply embedded in the ground to ring their bells and signal imminent danger. Even though the lane is now in disrepair and less reliable than your ground shiver, there is something reassuring about it being near the citadel. So we take a 152 card. 152. And this is a You Are Confident card. You feel you can overcome any obstacle. So we can use this on any action and get either one result, or we can increase something that is locked to a certain number of cards being used. Very nice. One involved character may choose one card in their action deck or discard pile and add it to their hand. And then we banish this card. That's so interesting. That is the end of that card. I wouldn't mind taking something. I think we'll take Determination back. So now we have 3 cards in our hand. Okay. So we could go north, but I feel like we should, let's pursue the goal for now, and head east. So we'll go east. It doesn't cost us anything to flip this over. Under the rubble of an old framework structure, you discover a massive chest with a rusty lock. If you would rather go on your way, discard this. Okay, so we can do this and try and break it. We are locked in at 3 cards and we need 2 successes, but we do have some things we can use. So we have a metal wire, so I can use the metal wire. It will be discarded after we use the action, and it will give us a cloak, which is not good, but it will make us be able to select 4 cards. But we only need 2 results. And we also have Determination here in our hand, which for any action gives us a result. So I think we'll just draw 3 cards and we're sure to get 2. So we will draw 3 cards. So we're not using the metal wire. And we also have our You Are Confident as well. So yes, let's look at these results. Okay, so we have the 2. We can use 3 cards. We have the 2 results. So This is a success. So the rusty lock does not resist for long. Take a 50 card. I think I mixed these cards up. You leaf through the book you have just found. Capped Arante. A chapter catches your attention. It talks about a supposedly edible variety of mushroom that appears to thrive in dry, dark environments. The tome explains how to prepare it to bring out the full flavours and avoid the potentially dangerous side effects subsequent to the ingestion. You may not take the following action unless this mushroom can be seen on a permanent event card attached to your terrain card. Okay, and the action is food, eating, eat, drink, yep. For each capped Arant card you have, take a 54 card. Choose one of these cards, apply its effect, and return the other cards. So we want to find more of these Arant cards. So this card will go into our quest items. So now we have a couple of things we can eat and Glimmer of Hope cards. So we've taken a 50 card, a 199 card. How many 199 cards are there? A lot. And I haven't shuffled these yet, so... Ooh, lots of 199 cards. Many, 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 many. Wow. I will show you how many. That's 198. So all these cards are 199 cards. Oh, and there's still another one. So we'll shuffle these. And don't drop any, Matthew. Hoping this will be an item. Okay, we'll cut them and take that one. Put these back. So we have a 199 card, and this is a Targ, a small iron buckler. Okay, so protection. So with fighting and dodging, this gives us, now this is the confusing bit, this replaces, you may replace this with any one of the following symbols. So we can use any symbols on cards we draw for an action to get these two symbols so we can get to defense. And then we will roll a die, and if we get a 1 or 2, it gets blocked. Okay, so a shield is good. And I can just stack these up. So I'll stack these with Ratco. And then we take a 155 card. And there is only one 155 card. Ammunition, some arrows and crossbow bolts. Okay, and it doesn't say anything, so it will just be something that if we have this with another card, I presume a bow, we will be able to use it. So I put that in my quest items, and then we discard this card. So this card goes into the past. So then we put card 90 down. And this is the card we put down because there's one with a bread symbol on, but we are not using that scenario. The scenario we're using has a fire symbol. The ravages of the burrowers have devastated the landscape. The once green and hilly region is now a wasteland, traversed by a path of broken planks. The great sea has taken the opportunity to spread out on all sides, pushing its northwestern shoreline all the way here. Okay. So the path keeps going east. We do have some new cards to come out. So we want a level 1 here. And we want a level 3 up to the north. So I will shuffle the level 3s. Little overview. So we'll put one level 3 out, or it's likely we won't use it because this level 3 says we have to do an action with 7 cards discarded. And if our ground shiver level is 5 or higher, we can do it for free, and it is not 5 or higher. So we can't. So we would have to expend 7 cards just to look at that card. So I do have these 3 cards, but I don't get to keep any of them. So what I'm really enjoying about this, which I didn't feel so much, is that first one had the sense of panic, we've got to get through this, and this one at the moment is a little more chill, just like investigating and looking. And I do actually like more the way you can move. So I've investigated everything here. I could look up here. But I feel like maybe that's something I can do another time. I don't even know. I know that I can go back to the Citadel. If I feel like I'm going to die. I'm trying to look out for marks or numbers on cards as well. I think I'm going to keep going this way, so I will move. So that is just me using a card, which I can keep, so I will do, because I might as well. I have my hand limit of 4 now. So I will look at this fog card, which is free because I am level 3, Ground Shiver. And this is a temporary event, so it says, "Good day, my name is Cider. I've been all over the collapsing lands, from the Black Ocean to the Puddle, and believe it or not, I don't even have a ground shiver. I guess Lady Luck is on my side. If you offer me a little something, I'll tell you the most incredible story. If you would rather resume your journey immediately, discard this. Otherwise, if you want to take the following action, an involved character must discard 1 card with the keyword barter, trinket, or provisions." So I do have my metal wire, can you see it? No. It does have the keyword trinket on it. So I'm thinking I might do this because it's a good opportunity just to maybe get something. I think this is a one-time thing, so I can discard it and it would come back again, or it will get banished at the end of this. So I think I might as well do it now. So I will offer up my trinket. You must discard one card with barter, trinket, or provision. So this gets discarded. So we don't have to do anything. We've just offered up the card. We banish this and read in the dialogue book 152. So we'll look at 152. I knew a girl who knew a guy who had ventured into the Foundations. It's a subterranean world that has said to run through the entire of the collapsing lands, and whose structure is made of chambers and corridors that regularly shift against all logic. Well, this guy met a gigantic mechanical oracle there, who told him the following anecdote. Roll a die and read the corresponding dialogue. Okay. So we've rolled a 6. So read 600. There's a lot of dialogue in here. This is one of the last ones. It's on the back page. Here is what the oracle revealed to him. If a stranger entrusts you with a package at the Inn of the Black Horse, it would be wise to get rid of it rather than to open it or hand it over to the recipient. Incredible, isn't it? But it's time for me to hit the road. You wonder if the old man misled you. So we get +1 on our knowledge track. So here's knowledge. Believe me, this is knowledge. And if no involved character has a card with the word weakness, no, we do not have any weaknesses yet. Take 149 card, return the dialogue book. Okay. We don't have any 49 cards. We've got them all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to return these 5. Because I didn't realise there were only 5. So I'm going to just, to get a 99 card. Hope Reborn, and then we'll take that Glimmer of Hope card, 49 as well. And I just want to read that entry again. Here's what the oracles are revealed to. If a stranger entrusts you with a package at the Inn of the Black Horse, it would be wise to get rid of it rather than to open it or hand it over to the recipient. Okay. Okay. There we go. And so we get card 119 here. And this is a specific card. So you can see here, this card has a flame on it. So we take the flame card because that is the threat we are investigating. The smoke leads you down a plank walkway where a wagon is burning out. Shadows shift among the scattered bodies and chests. here we are, and there is another region 1 card. Goes there. I think we didn't do this looking at this, so let's do that. It's like a travel action, go see, visit action. So 120. There's 220 cards, so we'll take one of them. You can finally let your guard down. As you flex your aching limbs, you realise how exhausted the tension of your journey has made you. Discard all 120 cards from the adventure deck without looking at them. So there is one other one. Discard one action card with a fist or a flag icon class, or take a 001 card. We can't do that because we do not have either of those symbols in hand. So we have to take a 001. We're exhausted. Immediately after this is revealed, if you're already exhausted, -6 cards out of your action deck. Return this. We can do a rest action and return it, or if we're doing a rest action, we can return it, or we can do our own rest action and return it. Okay. Then, if you have no card with the keyword weakness, now I do, take a 49 card. God damn it. Okay, wish I hadn't done that now. So we can't go north. We could go north, but it would cost us quite a lot. So I think I'm going to keep going east. So that means that I have to spend 1 card to travel. And it's a reflex card. So there's no point in keeping this card. So I will not. I will just discard it. So we move along. And now we have a couple of things we can do. There's a house up here. Kind of wants looking at. I think I'm just going to move things along. Okay, so yeah, we have this, looks like a house, and we have a fire. Oh, this is an inn. Red deer, maybe. Let's look at this fire, see what we can do with this fire. So it costs 1, a look action, but there are no action points needed. So we drew a flight. We can look at 1, 3, 4. So that will just get discarded. So 1, 3, 4. A soldier in armour is rummaging through the carcass of the wagon, while his 2 companions are fighting over a barrel. In the chaos of the looting, an unsteady 4th thief says, Hey guys, has anyone seen my sword? The soldiers are too busy looting corpses to notice your presence. The element of surprise is on your side. So, we have to do this action. They have reach 1. During each consequence step, if the action fails, one random involved character must lose 1 card. Okay, so we put a dice on here. I have to do this. So, this is a fight action. So we do have some things. We have your confidence to give us 1 success, or in later battles let us draw more cards. We can use more cards, I should say, rather than draw. We have our Taj, which we can use symbols on cards we draw to get defense. And if the action fails, roll a die. So this only fails. We only have to check if we're going to lose this if we fail the action. But we also have Arcane Blast, which we can use our arcane symbols to get points. We have Determination, which we can use as well. We can't use this because we are now in this action, so we're going to have to use this. So we can't use Protective Sphere. And we have to keep doing this action as well. So we need to pass through all 3 of these stages because it is a compulsory action. So the first action is we can draw 3 or more cards, and if we win, we would take 2 damage. So we could use our Taj for this. So we will certainly use our Taj. So secondary shield. I don't think there's any point in using Ratko. Because he can only help us by creating hand symbols. And I don't think that is great for us for this. So yeah, let's see how this goes. So we are going to draw. We need to get 3 successes, but I do have at the moment Determination and Confident to give us another success. So I think we'll just draw the 3. We are using the Taj as well. So we've got 1, 2, and we've drawn a fist symbol. So we just need another action. We can't use our Taj because we haven't drawn 2 symbols. So So that's fine. So we're going to use determination to get our 3 successes. So we take 2 damage. So we go down to 43. We are allowed to keep one of these cards. So I think we'll keep drop your guard and discard the other 2. And that's down to 0, so it moves down, goes to 4. And so we reach, during each consequence step, if the action fails, one random involved character must lose an extra card. So that's fine, we didn't fail. We didn't fail, so the Taj we don't have to roll, even though we didn't use it. Okay, so the next step is has the chain symbol, so we can only use 3 cards, but we can draw as many as we want, and we have to get rid of, we have to have 4 stars. I still have my You Are Confident, so I can use that. We're going to take 2 damage again, so I will use my Taj. And I think I will draw 4 cards for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I can use Drop Your Guard to increase the number of cards we can use if we want them. But the only thing with that is we won't be able to be protected from the damage. So let's see what we've got. Okay, let's see if we can. 1, 2, 3 cards. Yeah, so we've got the three cards we can use, and we need 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And also we have 1, 2, 3 symbols, so we can use these cards here on the Taj. Any of them 1, 2 to get the 2 to protect ourselves. So we have 4. So we have completed that. So we take 2 damage, but the Taj protects us. We can take one of these cards. Let's see. We definitely don't want Reflex. I think we'll I think we'll take Anticipation and exchange it for Intuition. And then we move down, and now it is 3. So we need 3 successes from 2 cards. We're in quite a good spot, I would say, because we have You Are Confident, so we can still get 1 success. And we have Drop Your Guard, so we can increase the number of cards we can use. And unless we fail this, we don't need our Taj. So I don't think I'm going to use it. I don't think I need to use it. I'm going to draw 3 cards. And we need 3 successes. So as long as I get 2, I think we'll be all right. And we can always increase it to use the 3 cards. So 1, 2. Ooh, hold on. We can use 2 cards to get 3 successes. 1, 2, 3. So I didn't need to use anything else. And this is one of the cards I got. So it's a good card. Yeah, so that's it. I don't need to use any of my other cards. We've got the 3 successes with 2 cards. So we banish this and we read 34 in the dialogue book. And it says, the soldiers flee without looking back. One involved character takes a 290 card. Okay. Right, there are quite a few 290 cards. A few 290 cards. Not looking. So this says, you have found a leather jacket. It does not offer much protection, but it is better than nothing. So a padded gambersome. Oh, that's interesting. That gives us the same as the Taj, except just 1. During the consequence step, roll a die. If you roll a 1, return this. When you discard or block this, return it. Okay. It's a torso armor though, so I can use it in conjunction with the Taj, because it's only when they have the same keyword that we can't use them. So they have different keywords. So that's good. Right, so these cards are discarded. So we got a reward for that. Not very much, but... Okay, let's continue. Oh, we could look at this house as well. We haven't looked over here, so we'll look at 136. So we just need to discard 1 card. Vigilance, we only have 1 left in our deck, so we're going to have to use some life soon. Or actually we have a Hope Reborn as well we could use, but probably use life first. So 136. And this says, the building has resisted time and war. Beneath the spiggy on the sign, you can make out the words, the Red Spiggy, an abandoned inn without a doubt. You search from the cellar to the attic without finding anything interesting, but notice several dusty rooms, still in favourable conditions for a traveller. So it actually goes here. You enter the most spacious room, probably the one once occupied by the innkeeper. It has been an eternity since you last slept in a real bed. So we have a free action. The first light of day wakes you from your sleep. The involved character shares 4 life points. Discard this. So we will do that action, but when we're doing this, we can use the action on the you are exhausted to return this. So that gets returned. And we'll put it... So we get 4 life points. We only have 43, so I'm going to go back up to 45. I think that's fair enough. So we can rest here at any point if we want, which is cool. We have a stop-off point. So I think we will continue. So let's go here. We are at level 3, so we can look at this for free. Okay. Wisps of pinkish smoke escape from a hole in the ground. If you would rather go on your way, discard this. How interesting. So it gives us, when we're doing an action, any action, we can gain 2 arcane symbols. Or we can do an action. Oh, hold on. I didn't finish reading this off. Silly me. You are surprised to find survivors among the remains of the debris of the convoy. No doubt they were not a threat to the people who attacked it. You offer your hand to an old woman wearing a richly embroidered dress. Getting to her feet, she gives you a weary smile. Leave this worried soul. At my age, death is no longer frightening, especially when one has a life as full as mine. As a little girl, I saw with my own eyes how the burrowers ravaged Waterbank. I used to sneak into the ruins of the great library to read various codices, especially those about natural history. It was there that I acquired the knowledge that led me to join this convoy. We wanted to reconcile with Kel. They never forgave us for our submission to the Worm Master. So the city-state of Waterbank was not entirely engulfed. She points to a trembling Gault under a broken hitch. This creature, which did nothing but bleat during the crossing of the bottomless sea, is all that remains of the gift that was supposed to soften Kel. Our chances of a success have diminished somewhat, it seems. She sneers. Here, I was able to save this, she says, handing you a book. A little further on, another survivor waves a pleading arm. So we go 1 up on the knowledge track. Three knowledge. And we take a 50 card. So this is a new book. This is Diffraction Spell. This old grimoire contains a spell that tricks others into seeing your silhouette, a few inches away from where it really is. During the result step of the following action, so it's a spell action, I think. 1 card, we need to get 3 successes, but if we draw arcane symbols, we can up that by 1. So and use 2 arcane symbols, so we can actually up it to 3. So if we do this diffraction spell, we get to keep 1 card and take a 53 card, which you may immediately give to a character on your terrain card. If it is not available, the spell does not work. So this is a spell for helping in a fight? I don't know, but I would think so. And actually, funnily enough, it would work really well with this because they give us 2, so that would be excellent. But I don't think I need to use it. Anyway, yeah, so we've done that. We take a 50, a 102 card. So this is 102. Objective. For the needs of certain scenarios, consider this to be objective number 2. Okay. And a 99 card. So we get a Hope Reborn card. I need to sort through all those cards. And then read 24. A man affectionately strokes the forehead of a draft animal lying on the ground, its sides rising weakly. He turns to you, his eyes misty. They took all my cattle away except poor Giselle. Look what they did to her. Those scavengers waited until we were well away from the water bank to descend upon us. Without your help, I wouldn't have had much hope. But they were just stragglers. You missed the troops' main gang. They're too well armed to be common brigands. They would have made short work of you. I'm in charge of a community a little further west. Join us. You will be safe there. He grabs your wrist. Some of our people managed to escape, probably toward Kel, which we wanted to reach. Now that our convoy has been destroyed, I don't know what kind of reception Kel will give them. There were 4 of them, he says, holding up the 3 remaining fingers of his wounded right hand. I implore you, find them. They can't have gone far. Take 2 49 cards and a 101 card. Return the dialogue book. So 249 and a 101. So we've got 2 more glimmers of hope and a 101. There is only one 101. And this is objective number 1. Okay. Okay, so we've got an awful lot of cards, quest items. And I guess this is the only thing of playing one player. This would be distributed between lots of people, but there's only me. So we've got objective 1 and objective 2, which will probably, when we get back, be something. We have a Hope Reborn, which means if we keep it, we get to upgrade something on our Destiny page. So I can put that on top of there too. We have 2 Glimmers of Hope, 3 Glimmers of Hope. Oh, and 2 Hope Reborn, okay. We've got our food, we've got ammunition. The diffraction spell, I think, is the most important. So I need to keep an eye out for this stuff, honestly, but yeah, so that's a better pile of things. So we're back to this. So if you would rather go on your way, discard this. There is actually a mushroom there, isn't there? Is that the same mushroom? No. You can see this mushroom. Should I use my little... There's a mushroom there, but it's not the same. So yes, this action here is a take handle action. I feel like it's going to do something weird to us. we are kind of, we do have a lot of arcane symbols. It's kind of our thing. I don't know if that'll make any difference or whether it will drive us nuts. Take a 1, 3, 4, 9 card. So there are 2, 3, 4, 9s. So we'll take one of these. Who knows what it will be? And we discard that card. So this is Arcane Energy. Oh, yes! A flow of power, of pure arcane energy surrounds you. And this is also a quest item. So anytime we get this arcane, it's a class icon, but it's obviously a rare one. During the consequence step, roll a die. If you roll anything but a 6, return this. So yeah, it's a kind of one-time use thing. So I'm going to keep it in our quest items. But cool. That's good. So then we draw card 1, 2, 8 to replace that. And this is, at the bottom of the steep hills, a path goes down to a rocky scree that obstructs the passage. So we've got a level 2 and a level 3. And then a level 3 card. So this will go here. And we need to travel. So we need to travel here. So we have 1 card left in our deck, which is all we need. And we will turn it over, Jack of all trades. So we can keep this. So this will give us 1 wild symbol. And I think I will trade this in for this anticipation card. So that lets us move to here. And just looking to see if there's anything of interest. We've come to the end of this path. We can have a look at this sort of section going up here. So I think we'll do that. So it's a free action. So 140. And we've drawn the card with the fire symbol. And it says, if you have at least 1 objective card, flip this. Well, we have 2 objectives. So yeah. Okay. So this is a compound action, but it's one that isn't compulsory. So let's just read it first. You start looking for possible survivors of the attack on the convoy, going to high ground to get a better look, then down into the gorge to find anyone hiding there. You could swear you heard voices. Discretion is needed. If you are spotted, you will never find out who the voices belong to. Okay. So, this is a sneak action. So the first one, we need 3 successes. The second one, we need 3 successes from 2 cards maximum. And the third one, we need 1 success from 1 card. And this will go here. So I'm going to have to move the camera a little bit. That will do. I would like to find survivors. So the consequences for this as well, just thinking about it. First time, we just lose 3 cards from our action deck. But the second and third times, we have to return the card. So we would start this over again. We could look at it again and start it again. I think we should do it. But I'm going to have to use life to do this, which is fine because we're at 45, so we haven't lost anything yet. So I think, so it's 2 cards back into our action deck for each life point. So I think, bearing in mind we've got 24 cards, but we have 4 out, so we've got 20. So let's do... Let's do... I mean, I think we might as well do 10. 20, I'm sorry. So we will drop by 10 and get 35. We do have Hope is Reborn, so let's just check. We've got 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so we're getting all these 20 cards back. So let's actually move this down here so it's in a better spot. So the first die goes on this. So we it's 0 or more. So I'm thinking I should probably use You Are Confident on the second one, because we're locked in at 2 cards we can use, and 3, we need 3 stars. So this first one, I need 3 stars. It's a bit touch and go. Yeah, I think I've just got to do it. So I'm going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need 3 results, which I'm going to get easily. We've got it on 2 of these cards. So we've got the 3 stars we need. So with that success, we move down. And we don't get to keep any of these cards. So they go into the discard. So now we have to use 2 cards to get 3 successes. But we do have You Are Confident. So I'm going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Okay. Oh, no. I don't think I can do it. No. So I've only got 1 success. I can get another success from this. Or I can increase the number of cards I can use to 3. But I still can't get the 3 results I need. Can't use any of these because I didn't select them. This one is useless to me. So no, I failed that. So we get to keep one of these cards if we want. And I'm going to keep inspiration. And I'm going to get rid of drop your guard. So this, unfortunately, returns. So it goes back to 140. So I think I'll just take a little break from that. And I'm going to look at this card here, which is 3 because we're at level 3. Oh my goodness me. Okay. And we are into a battle. A stone grazes past your face. You soon find out where it came from. And there's a giant bug. So this is a battle we have to take. If your ground shiver is level 5 or higher, it's not ambush. So we don't need to look at ambush. If we succeed on the first one, we take 1 damage and discard this. And if we fail on the first one, we take 2 damage, take 1 card and move down to the second one, which is easier. And we will get as card and then discard it. So they want us to lose the first. Well, we want to lose the first one, really. But we can use our equipment to negate that damage that we will take. So I think I'll just do the same thing, actually. I'm going to put this card here. So we have to draw 2 cards. And we don't really want to win this. I can use my padded gamson and my Taj to negate damage. So if I get symbols on cards, I can do that. So I have to draw 2 anyway. There's no way I can reduce that. So I'm going to draw the 2 and hope I don't get 3. No, I haven't. So I failed this. And I didn't actually draw any symbols. I can get 1 symbol with Jack of all trades. It's interesting with yeah, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to take the 2 damage down to 33. And we get to keep one of these cards if we want to. I will take Determination and we'll swap it in for Inspiration. And didn't do much good. And discard that. But we did fail this. So the consequence, the padded gamson, during consequence step, roll 1 die. If we roll a 1, return it. We rolled a 3, so we don't return it. The Taj, if the action fails, roll the die. If we roll a 1 or 2, block this. I rolled a 6, so we don't block it. Then we move R down to 2. Oh, no, we don't, do we? Oh, no, we do move down. Yes. So now we can draw 3 cards. We have to draw 3 cards. And we have to get 2 successes. I've got no way of reducing that 3 card limit. So I have to draw the 3 cards. I am not going to use any of my items. So I just need to get 2 with this, but I have my You Are Confident that I can use. And I've got the 2 anyway. So that's fine. We've done that bug in. And we take a 1/5/1 card and discard that. So we take a 1/5/1. So this is 1/5/1. You are unleashed. Your fatigue has turned into intense anger. At any time, you may choose to return this card, to return your "You Are Exhausted" card. And it gives us an ability we can use with any action. Ignore unsettling, which would usually be during the action, the active player may not apply the effects of more than X action cards. Okay, so it's a restriction, and we get 3 of these. So that's good too. So that was over here. So we get to put 1, 4, 7 down. And this is 1, 4, 7. The waves of the great sea lick the foot of a plateau where a thicket of dangerous-looking vegetation proliferates. Easy for me to say. So there we go. Putting a level 5 card down here. Just going to select one randomly. So we need to be a ground shiver is 5. Oh, you can't see that. Oh, yeah, you can. 5. Or 7 cards to go there. I think I need to try and complete this objective up here. I could move down here to have a look. I'm just seeing if there's anything on this map, numbers or stuff we can do. There's a listen action and a look action. We've done everything on this one. So, oh, you can't quite see that. Hello, everyone watching. Please say hello. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so we could come down here. We don't really want to go over here because we'd have to lose 7 cards from our deck. Same with this one. So it's very much restricting us over here. I would like to... This is an objective that we could complete. But I just need to probably be brave and use some life to get some cards back into my deck and draw lots of cards. I don't have many things I can use, but I do have this blessing, and I do have determination now. So I have 2 stars, 2 successes that I could use to help. But I don't have much. Do you know what I think I'm going to do? I was just going to... I was thinking I could do this protective sphere. But I don't think it's going to help me in terms of... I don't know what it does, but it's obviously going to protect me, give me a card that protects me, but I don't think it's going to help me sneaking. This is my problem. Let's look at this card again. So 140. So those 3 successes are with 2 cards. How many cards do I have in my deck now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm just going to spend 3 life. Go down to 30. To get 6 cards back. I'll try this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and let's try this again. So, we have a 3 successes, and I'm going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3 successes. There's no limit on how many cards we can use. So we've done that, so it moves down. Don't get to keep any of those cards. And then with 2 cards, we need to get 3 successes. So we have determination this time, which we didn't have last time, and we have this blessing, which gives us a success. Okay, so I'm going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we can only use 2. So I'm going to have to use this one as the 1 success, and then these 2. So you are confident, so we will use that success, and determination. Oh, I have to discard this during the gear up step. I'm going to say that I did that because I've forgotten to read that. So we have the 3 successes we need. Actually, determination. I see what this is now. So it's not. It doesn't get discarded when we use it. So I've been playing that wrong anyway. But we'll call it that it's given us our 3rd success. You may discard this during the gear up set to apply the following effect. Yeah, okay, so it does get discarded. So we have the 3 successes. So we move down, and now we just need one success. So this will go back, it's returned. So it goes back. These are then discarded again. So now we need just one success with one card. So I'm going to not risk it and draw 3 cards and hope that one is on there. Yeah, okay. So we've got a reflex card which has 1 success on it. So we can use that to get the 1 success there. So we banish this card and read 28. Oop. So let's read 28. As you feel your way to where the voices were coming from, a man with a large stick stands in front of you, shielding the little girl behind him with his body. He swings the stick clumsily. One more step or I'll crack your skull. Don't even think of coming near the girl. You have nothing to fear. I saw what happened to your convoy. I can help you. Help us how? Those scum took everything from us. Everything. The livestock is gone and my investment with it. I'm ruined. He tightens his grip on the weapon and growls, You will not take away what I hold most dear. Precisely. Join our community. Since the reversal, we've been trying to rebuild our lives. The man, hesitant, bends down so that his ward can whisper a few words in his ear. She rummages in a thorn bush and pulls out an object. The girl wants to give you this. She likes you. I wonder why. So I'll do it. For her. But no tricks, right? Take a 103 card. A 103. So we have a 103 card, which is objective 3. Wow. Take a 149 card. Oh, so we have got a Jack Fig Sap Jam, which is a food. Look at the top 5 cards of your action deck, then put each of them back either on top of it or at the bottom of it in any order. Take a 150 card, discard this. If you want to take the following action, you must return 2 cards with the word jam, including this one. And take a card whose number is equal to 203, the value of the other jar of jam you have returned, if available. Ooh, okay. She's like cooking action. Yeah, I can't see it. But okay, so we're looking for another Jack Fig Sap Jam, potentially. So that is the 149 card. And 199 card. And we know what they are. Hope Reborn cards. Return the dialogue book. Okay, so we've found people. So we've got 3 objective cards now. So in the book, we've found nothing to do with the fire, but it says, when you run low on life points or you think you have reached your goal, go back to the Citadel, where you may read the epilogue after removing the bookmark. I don't think we've reached our goal, and I don't think we're low on life points. So I'm going to keep going, but not now. We've got a lot. If we look at the table, we've got a lot of stuff going on. So we've got 3 objectives, but we haven't found the fire. So it's interesting. I mean, we probably should come down here and have a look here, to be fair. But, you know, we can move into these sections. It's not that we can't, but it just costs a lot of life, a lot of cards, action cards, which then will cost life. But perhaps we should do that as well. So I think next time I play this, I'll come down here and then as we're supposed to be looking east, maybe go this way, or maybe just this way and up. But yes, I was going to show you. So 3 objective cards, and then we've got 3 Hope Reborn cards, some food, some ammunition. We have 3 Glimmer of Hope cards, so yeah, potentially we haven't got any cards from unblocked. So when we've got 5 Glimmer of Hopes, we can get another Hope Reborn. And then we've got some spell. We've got a diffraction spell, an arcane energy, and a Jack Fig Sap Jam. So that probably should go into these. So we can get 5 action cards back into our deck and get a 150 card. But it would be great to find the other Jack Fig Sap Jam. Diffraction spell and arcane energy, which I don't know what that is about. But yeah, we've got a lot of cards. We've got a lot of stuff going on. These should have gone into our discard. But yeah, it's a lot more interesting, I think, this version than, you know, I felt in 7th Continent, like I said yesterday, I think you're just constantly thinking you're going to die. And just with this, you know, short couple of hours, or hour and a half, or however long I've been playing, I'm at 30 life. So I've got a lot of, so that's 60 more cards at least, even if I didn't get life back. I've got cards that can give me life back as well, if I want to use them. So those Hope Reborn cards give 10 life points. Obviously, I want to try and keep them because I get upgrades at the end of this part of the game. If I get back to the Citadel. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this play session. The first part of it, rushing through a new beginning because we were about to get crushed by rocks and stuff, that gave me the same feeling, as a similar feeling as 7th Continent. And this has I've started to see how much it's changed. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. Okay, but I am going to stop there for this evening. So that's Dadachaems Awakening, 7th Citadel. Hope you enjoyed that. Please like this video if you're watching. Leave a comment. Please subscribe. If you are not subscribed, I do live streams as much as I can. That's my thing. And I will see you next time. Okay, bye.